Talks have progressed over the last 48 hours between the Blues and Watford over a potential deal to bring Richarlison to Goodison Park in this transfer window. The Echo understands the deal to take the 21-year-old to Everton will be £40 million, with an initial fee in the region of £35 million. The player will have a medical on Monday morning and the deal is expected to be completed shortly afterwards. And there has been a lot of excitement about the potential switch from many Everton fans, with the feeling the Brazilian will certainly improve the Blues' attacking options next term. Key player that Marco Silva clearly knows well, and one that he trusts enough to spend a lot of money on as his first move as manager at Goodison Park. However, some have stayed skeptical, with a few commenting on the form that Richarlison showed at Watford last term. Admittedly, it was inconsistent. The youngster was almost straight out of the blocks since making the move from Fluminense to the Premier League, quickly making his way to 5 goals and 4 assists for the Hornets. That, of course, included a strong performance at Goodison Park in November in which Richarlison got his name on the scoresheet but found himself on the losing side after a brilliant comeback from Everton secured a 3-2 win. That led to a number of clubs being interested in his services in January, with the likes of Chelsea strongly linked with a potential move for the Brazilian. Richarlison to Andrade of Watford. Image, Richard Heathcote. Getty Images. That didn't pan out in the end, and the winger's form deteriorated for the latter portion of the season. It wasn't down to his head turning, however, there are a number of factors that have played into this. Firstly, it's worth remembering just how much football Richarlison had played by the time he got through the first half of his first Premier League season. The Brazilian league doesn't take a break in the summer, instead taking over a month off between December and January instead. That means, by the time the 21-year-old got to halfway through his first Watford campaign in around December 2017, he had already been playing consistently for around 11 months. That's a lot for any footballer to try and deal with, never mind a youngster. Add into that the fact that the forward was a foreign player coming into the Premier League, making an obvious step up in physicality, and a drop-off in form seems to become a little more plausible. Then, of course, there's the Marco Silva factor. Watford sacked the Portuguese manager in mid-January following a string of poor results, blaming an unwarranted approach from Everton in their official statement. Silva was the man who convinced Richarlison to move to the Premier League when the Brazilian had a deal with Ajax in place, and was the boss who had such faith in him right from the start. Richarlison to Andrade celebrates. Image, Clive Rose. Getty Images. The manager played exactly to the 21-year-old's strengths, using his pace, instincts and work rate to break down defenses in the early stages of the season. With summer off and a manager he sees as a mentor to work with, Everton fans should be excited to see how well the Brazilian will perform. And whilst the winger did drop off in form, he still finished the campaign with better stats than many of his potential new Blues teammates. Richarlison attempted more dribbles, had more shots and created more chances from open play than anyone at Everton. So, Blues fans shouldn't be worried by the 21-year-old's form last year, and if anyone can get the best out of him it's surely Marco Silva.